go, Dub. Let's go, Dub. Let's go. Hey, that boy Dub always been nasty with that grip walking, boy. Dub always been nasty with it, man. Shout out to the Crips, man. The real ones, not the out of town Crips. The Crips from Cali, man. That dude know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? That dude know who I'm talking to. You made them boys look bad. You still ain't got that money, right? You still ain't got that money, right? You still ain't handled your business, huh? Strange, ain't it? Let's get it, man. How's everyone doing today? My bag about that. God bless you all. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Now check this out, you guys. I'm gonna play this interview for you guys. Well, it's not an interview. It's a guy that's talking about the industry and things that go on in the industry and what we need to do better as a people. But check this out, you guys. He used to work for the industry. He used to do videos for a lot of mainstream rappers that you guys know as well. Now this guy is he's gonna give you some insight on a couple of things that goes on in the music industry, and I want you guys to pay close attention. And this is why Ice Cube comes into this picture as well. And see, if you guys pay close attention to everything this guy's saying, it's gonna be like deja vu, because you're gonna say, "Wow, the Tube Don has been telling us this for years." You see what I'm saying? Everything this man's saying is what the Tube Don has been telling us. And I really do advise all the youth that want to be in the music industry and all the adults who don't know about what's going on and how they play games in the industry and things like that. I need y'all all to pay attention to what this man is telling you. And see, this is why a lot of people don't get the picture. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain is a lot of people don't listen. So what I need y'all to do is listen and pay attention to what this guy is saying. And we'll talk a little bit more about this subject after this video of this guy kicking some real game. I call it spill.
From Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there are a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. Rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. Because they don't push this culture on their own people. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you, or your family guys, you're not the image that you put out there to the world. This is what Bobby was saying. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money. Their method in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government. And as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. Profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing. The culture against the grain together. Platforms. You have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing.
They're more scared of you standing up together and going against the grain, which is why we have this new agenda for the emasculation of men. Only strong men will do that. Only a person who is disciplined and well in tune with himself will do that. Not a person who's questioning every single day if he's a guy or a fucking girl, bro. That's a weak man. Someone who is not firm in his beliefs. That is a weak man. But a strong man who is firm in his beliefs will easily step up and go against the grain. And notice how everything that he said is the opposite of what they're trying to promote. He said family, friends, and faith. They literally promote drugs, killing, and lust. The complete opposite. Killing against your family and friends, lust, not having a family unit. Every single thing that he said, they're promoting the complete opposite. And all they have to do is stand up and go against it.
Valuing life than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? The Friends company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture.
Bro.
You have the power. Your people deserve
Hey,
it.
you guys, please hit the like button for that man, because that right there, y'all. That whole conversation was deep. It was real deep. And check this out, you guys. One thing I can say is you gotta appreciate this, man. This is the whole thing I've been talking about the whole time. And reason why I can give this man all the respect in the world, because for one, he's a different race than us, and for two, he's sitting up there giving us the top of the line information for our children and the youth of of our race and any other races that's dealing with this music industry, for we can know what's going on and people can better themselves. If you really look at the situation, you guys, just this little conversation that guy gave us is more game than the politicians, than Reverend Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, or any one of those people, even even President Barack Obama. That guy done gave us more information right there. That little information that guy gave us, that did more for that man just did more for the black community than anybody I have ever seen do for the black community. You see what I'm saying? And just those words right there, because you know what? You can't say that it ain't. All the destruction is coming out the black communities. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the industry, right? So it's mighty strange that all these people like the chief of police and all these other people, they can't come up with the solution to stop all this madness going on around it, where they seem like they don't know where all this madness is coming from. You see, everybody in high positions seem like they don't know where all the madness come from. But for some strange reason, all of us know that it's coming out the music industry. And that's why I can get on social media and say that white guy, that white man has did more for the black community than a lot of people you have seen in a long, long time. Black people. Please hit that like button, you guys. You know, and I will be back. But you guys, please, please, please take heed to what this man just said, because it ain't nothing but the God honest truth. Oh, and I'm out. You heard me.